Welcome to the Common Man Football Show. My name is James Cobern, and today's episode is the top 5 tight end sleepers for the 2018 NFL Draft Class based on analytics. And those analytics in particular, at least the 3 metrics that we're going to be using to come to the top 5 on this list, are production metrics, specifically passing yardage, market share, production. The easiest way to explain this is you take a tight end's passing yardage and you divide it by the team's total passing yardage. So if a tight end was in a 2,500 yard offense and he had 250 yards, he would have 10% market share production. But you take that market share score or the percentage score and you compare it to every tight end since the 1963 NFL Draft Class, and bam, you have a statistical model where you can compare, at least see where the dividing lines were between tight ends that were successful, tight ends that were super successful, and tight ends that were even successful more than that, just from a production standpoint. And then, of course, we have age. Age is important when it comes to just finding tight ends who at least have potential to become prodigies or somewhere similar to that kind of thing. And, of course, the last metric is in speed score. And the way I get the speed score is I go to NFLDraftScout.com. Usually they post 40-yard dashes early. These shouldn't be the end, like they're not the end-all be-all sort of thing. The data that's really going to be important is what happens at the Combine or a Pro Day, but at least these preliminary 40-yard dashes are something interesting to look at when it comes to projection. It is early, but it is interesting just to look at those numbers right now based on this other sort of factors like production and like age. So those are the way, at least that's the methodology when it comes to finding the top 5 tight ends on this list that could become sleepers in the 2018 class. And now let's get to the list. At number 5, we have Tommy Sweeney, tight end out of Boston College. When it comes to his height and weight, he's 6'5", 258 pounds. Based on his production, he scored 74.17 out of 100, which hits Pro Bowl level production for the tight end position since the 1963 NFL Draft Class. And that is really impressive. He hit sort of the production marks he needs to hit in terms of Pro Bowl potential. Unfortunately, he doesn't have a speed score to really finish out his profile because NFL Draft Scout does not have a speed or a 40-yard dash for him. So we don't really have a speed score for him, but that production is impressive. His size at 6'5", 258 pounds is impressive on paper, and having all that other sort of stuff really is why he's number 5 in this list, is because we're just waiting on what his athleticism traits are, and if they're even remotely average to above average, then there's lots of positives in this profile. So it really will depend on the athleticism testing to see what his overall potential could be, but based on his production and based on just the sort of size profile things, that is why he's number 5 on this list. At number 4, we have Isaac Nauta, tight end from Georgia. According to height and weight, he's 6'4", 247 pounds, according to NFLDraftScout.com. Based on his production, he scored 62.85 out of 100, which hits at least Pro Bowl level production markers at the tight end position. But the reason why he's number 4 in this list is because of his age score. He's going to be 98.99 out of 100 in terms of his age score on draft day if he declares this year, which is really positive. Already hitting the Pro Bowl level of production is good on its own, but having a guy come in at that age is also really impressive. Unfortunately, we don't have a speed score for him, so we don't really know how fast he is or how athletic he is yet, but just based on his production and based on his age, those are 2 factors that are very, very influential in his overall profile as to why he's number 4 on this list. Lots of potential to become a breakout candidate this year, and that's why he's number 4 on this list. At number 3, we have Hayden Hearst, tight end out of South Carolina. Based on height and weight, he's 6'4", 250 pounds with a 4'8", 340 according to NFLDraftScout.com. Based on his production, he scored 77.10 out of 100, which is very impressive. Hits at least Pro Bowl level production. The big things that kind of hold his profile back is just based on his age score. He's going to have a 1.90 overall age score when he declares this year, or if he declares. I think he's going to declare. And his speed score is only 35.89 as well. There's still positives here. I mean, he could turn out to be a very impressive athlete in some other way, whether that's short shoulder 3-cone or vertical broad jump. And he also can improve on his production, which is the main reason why he is number 3 on this list. But I would say that things like age and athleticism are things that might hold his overall profile back. But at the very least, he could become a much more productive player this year. And if he does that, that will definitely bump his profile up a little bit into a higher sort of area when it comes to Hayden Hearst. So based on his production, that's the big thing that helps him out the most. But we'll still have to wait in terms of like what his athleticism traits are to see if he has more potential than where he's at right now currently. At number 2, we have Jeb Blazevich, tight end from Georgia. Based on height and weight, he's 6'5", 248 pounds with a 4.73 overall 40. Based on his production, he scored 25.06 out of 100. Which is not that impressive. It doesn't hit Pro Bowl level or All-Pro level thresholds when it comes to production. But the reason why he's a sleeper, why he's the number 2 best sleeper, is based on his age score of 66.84 out of 100 and his speed score of 56.27 out of 100. He has fairly decent age and fairly decent speed. It's just about that production mark. If he comes into 2018 and is a much more impactful, much more productive player, then he will rise above his competition and become a sleeper sort of candidate at tight end. If he doesn't become more productive, then he's going to be where he is right now. But the reason why he's a sleeper is because of his age and because of his athleticism are things to kind of follow and wait and see if he breaks out this year. If he doesn't break out this year, then he doesn't break out this year. But if he does, then there are big positives when it comes to just his age and overall athletic profile as to why he should be number 2 on this list. At number 1, we have Mark Andrews, tight end at Oklahoma. Based on his height and weight, he's 6'4", 253 pounds with a 4.77 40-yard dash according to NFLDraftScout.com. Based on his production, he scored 48.85 out of 100, which is his only big issue. I mean, the reason why he's a sleeper on this list is because he needs to become a much more productive player. But the big positives for him is in terms of his age and in terms of his athleticism traits. Based on his age, he has 77.72 out of 100 in terms of his age score, which is good, on top of a 58.71 overall speed score. So he has above average speed, above average age marks. It's just he needs to bump that production up to above average, or at least 58 or higher when it comes to Pro Bowl outcomes. So there's lots of positives with Mark Andrews. He's a tight end that has a lot of the things he needs to have when it comes to just his age coming out and his athleticism. It's just he needs to become a much bigger impact player in that Oklahoma offense. And if he does, he is a tight end that people are going to be talking a heck of a lot more about in 2018 than most people realize. This concludes the top 5 tight end sleepers for the 2018 NFL Draft Class. My name is James Cobern. You can find my work at draftcobern.wordpress.com. You can also follow me on Twitter at Geometrics. And if you like this content and you want more content like this, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Share this video, hit the notification button so that you're notified whenever my videos come out as well. And I will talk to you guys in the next video. And by the way, let me know, who do you think are the top 5 sleepers in the 2018 NFL Draft Class? I'm always welcome to hear suggestions or just different names thrown out there of guys who could potentially break out, because I like to check those guys out. So let me know below in the comment section, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Peace.